streaming. Starting streaming. Just want to make sure that the bitrate goes up on over here because that is important. Cool. Aloha! You can call me Craw. Today's Wednesday, and on Wednesdays we Lego. There's two ways that we do Lego. Either we're playing a Lego video game or we do something that's Lego brick. Generally we're building something. But lately I haven't been spending enough time organizing my Legos. So today I thought it'd be fun to kind of go through how I organize Lego pieces, what is my methodology, what's the approach I do, because I think for a lot of people, they just throw the Lego pieces in the bin and call it a day. So let's kind of go over what we do. We have a bin of Lego that I need to sort through right here. I have my Lego pieces over there. So we're just going to kind of go through and do that today. Sounds like a good time for me. Sounds like a good time for you. So start taking our pieces. This is one of those few instances where I actually do null pieces. These are train tracks. I'm not going to be using them today as part of this. So let's take them. Let's put them right here because I don't need them. Now the reason I null when I'm organizing is because I want to be able to kind of see what pieces I have, right? So this is a 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's some more 4 by 8s. This is a wing piece. 4 by 6s. Some more slanted pieces. Circle piece. This is a 4 by 6, but it's one of the 4 by 6 with a tile. Oh, a 4 by 4. That's always good to have. Oh, that must be my phone telling me I've gone live. So I greatly appreciate that notification. What do we have here? This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Two. This is a tile. I don't want to do tiles just yet. 6. This is a 2. Okay. Here we go. Another circle piece. There we go. These are just some more tiles. We're just going to put the tiles up over there. Now this is going to go there. That's a 2 by 8. That's a 4 by 8. There we go. Some more tiles. I got a lot of tiles in here. I generally don't have as many tiles in my little area as I do with this one. This is a 4 by 4, and this is a very specific piece. I may sell this piece because I can't really use this piece for anything else since I'm going to rebuild this. I don't know if you can see it. It says Lego Star Wars ATST driver Forest Moon of Endor. So this piece might actually have some value. So we're going to take this and we're going to put this right over here. Probably not. It's a printed piece, but someone who's collecting that set is going to need that piece. 4 by 4, but with that modified stuff on it. 4 by 4. Put the tiles over there. This is a 2 by 3, so we're gonna put that way down over there. This is a grippy piece. I don't want to deal with those right now. We're gonna put it over here. Here's some more tiles. Again, I don't want to sort out tiles right now. This is a 2 by 2 circle. This is a 1 width, a 2 width, some more 2 widths. Really right now, all I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get these into piles that would allow me to organize them a little better. I think a friend of mine just went live, and I went live. She was having questions about Just Dance. She was wondering if Just Dance was limited, and I was like, well, they have this thing called the World Dance Floor. This kind of after our streams. There we go. So what I'm trying to do right now is just trying to get these into groups that make sense. Aloha, Peace Dog. No, I don't read tonight. This is a Lego building night, and because I don't have my traditional starting soon screen, it is just me not reading tonight. I apologize for that. And by the way, aloha, Peace Dog. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't follow Peace Dog, do you even Twitch? Peace Dog is one of the best people to follow here. You won't go wrong with following him. This is a 2x3 brick. Let's put this over in there. But yes, no, we are not reading tonight. Tonight we are sorting Lego pieces. If I was playing a Lego video game, which would be next Wednesday, then there would be reading involved. But as of right now, nah, I feel like that's still a tile. I'd want to find that with a tile. So to discuss kind of what that piece was that I said I'd want to find with the tiles is this piece. So this is an interesting piece because it is smooth on one side and has studs. And the idea behind this piece is that it would clip into the bottom of a normal Lego plate or brick or something to give you some space. So when thinking about where I would find this if I was looking for this, I would look for this in a tile, which is why we're going to consider it a tile piece. Because that's the thing, I mean, no one has to follow exactly my methodology on how I store my pieces, but you have to have a system that works for you, right? So if you feel this piece is a tile and you would look for it in the tiles, store it with a tile. Like, that's just basic sentence there. I have a... I have a tile bin right here. I keep putting these pieces over here which are just off screen, and I just realized that it's gonna get big and it's gonna get ugly. I might as well just put it in my bin of tile pieces. Alright, so this is a 1, a 1, 1. But how are you doing this evening, Peace Dog? Hopefully you're having a good time. Those are grips. The 1. Oop. That's going to be there. This is a 2, a 1. Grips. 2, 1, 4. Tile. Wedge. 2s. 2, 2, 2s. A 2, 2, 2. So those are some 1s. Yeah, I feel like this is going to be a very, very dull stream for people unless they ask me questions. But it's work that needs to be done. Like, you need to find time to organize your sets. If you don't do that time, you're never going to get the organization that you want. That's the sad truth. There we go. That's a wedge. So right now I'm putting them basically in piles of, these are my 1 wides. These are my L brackets. These are my 2s. These are my 2s with the 1 on top. These are my 4s. And there isn't anything bigger than a 4. They have some pieces that are bigger than 4 wides, but not much. Generally, that's when I think about what pieces you're going to find in collections. These are kind of the breakdowns you're going to find. Occasionally, you'll find something that's an oddball, but 90% of the time, these are the categories which you're going to find pieces. So for this piece, this is called an L bracket. I referred to it as an L, but if you think about how LEGO would classify this piece, it is a 2 by 2 by 1. Means it's 2 wide, 2 tall, and 1 piece wide. Aloha, King of the Knobs. How are you doing, to my friend? How was, oh, it's going to ask me that. How was Makers and Craftings? Because it's asking. I don't know how to program the bot to be better about that. Because it always does say, like in the thing, use that as the term. But what it's always going to do is it's going to pull whatever the last username stated was. So if someone says aloha to me, then it's going to say, it's going to ask me the question, because I'm now the latest. This is definitely a tile. Well, it's a window piece, but I'll put that with tiles. It's right over here. I'm doing good. You know, I'm just organizing Lego pieces tonight. I do not imagine this is going to be a happening stream, but part of living that Lego life is understanding that if you don't have an organization process, this is a Lego piece. I was worried this wasn't a Lego piece. You're never going to have an organized Lego collection. And I fall behind on my organization more often than not. And particularly because I don't have a specific set that I have queued up. I've got a couple of sets that we've bought that are just, they're working their way through the mail. You know, I got the Winter Village set. That hasn't got here yet. I got... I actually got 2 winter sets this year. I got the Winter Village set, which is an official line of set that LEGO releases every year. And then I have a special reindeer Santa sleigh set that I got that they're releasing just this year. Now this is a stud, so I'm going to put the studs right there. Aloha, Coded. How are you doing, my friend? Yeah, I know it's a bad joke, but I just, you know, I wanted to get the joke in there. Yeah. It is. I'm good. Organizing pieces tonight. Because to me, that's the thing. When I go to build a set, if I can't find the pieces that I need, I'm going to then go to Bricklink and order the pieces I need. So either I can be better organized and not have to order as many pieces, or I'm just going to spend money I don't need to spend, right? Because like if I don't know that I have enough of these 1x2 reds, I'm going to order some. Now if I've got like 50 of them, that doesn't do me any good. That's my primary motive for why I like to organize my pieces. And it's tough because between the kids and myself, you know, they've got pieces, I've got pieces, whose pieces are legally whose. All questions that are up for debate. This is a spinner piece. That's not coming off as well as I would like it to. I'm sorry to hear that you had a crap day at work. One, it happens. I do admit, people have crap days at work, but that doesn't mean you have to have them. This is one of the rare pieces that is bigger than 4 wide. I mean, technically, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces wide. But I always, when I refer to how wide a piece is, I'm talking about it short its width. So this is a 6 by 8. So, again, as you can see just from this collection alone, the majority of the pieces end up being 2s, 2 wides, and 1 wides. You get some 4s. Very rarely do you get anything bigger than a 4. There's never a 3 wide. Well, no. There's very rarely you're going to get a 3 wide. Usually a 3 wide is going to be a 3 by 3 piece. It's not going to be any different than that. Just because from a flattening the landscape perspective, Lego's not, like this is a 2 by 3, it's 2 by 3. why give you a 3x4 when they can give you a 1x4 and a 2x4 or two 3x2s, right? And then they can say this set has more pieces. But yeah, oftentimes I just don't get nearly enough time to be sorting, and I need more sorting time. And that's why I said, you know what, today is going to be, and this is another piece which I will probably end up selling. This is a stickered piece that is specific to one set. It's a Lego Star Wars. It says Twin Pod Cloud Car Lobot Bespin. So again, someone who is building that set will be looking for that piece specifically. And I'm not saying I'm going to get a ton of money out of it, but might be worth to throw up there, right? Because what else would I use that piece for unless I decide myself I want to restore that set, right? I could decide I want to restore that set. I doubt I will. When I think about what I have room for display sets, I just don't have the room for display sets that I would like to have. Right. So if I'm going to have it on display, I want to make sure it's a set that I really like. And those are kind of these weird microfighter lines. And it's interesting, actually. It's interesting because I have one of them nearby here. So Lego had released this very brief period of time where they would sell a Star Wars planet, like this is the Death Star. It's 2 Lego cone pieces. And they ended up doing 10 to 12 of them. And so you got a Lego ship, a Lego planet, a Lego ship, and a minifigure. Oh, Coded, mahalo for contributing to the Among Sam challenge. How are we doing on that, by the way? Cool. 86%. We're getting there. So those pieces are from that. That right there, that one planet I showed you, granted, it's not a planet, it's a battle station. It's the only planet I have found. So something tells me they've either lost the other planets, like Bespin and the forest moon of Endor. They've lost those pieces. And I kind of do want to get those pieces because I think it would be cool to kind of have like a bunch of Lego planets like lined up next to each other, like make a little star system. I think that would be kind of cool. I don't know if having the cars and the minifigures would also spark joy for me. I can tell you I'm pretty sure that having those little printed pieces would not do anything for me. So if I can get $1 for those, that's $2 right there that I didn't already have. How do you trigger the joke in the title? You have to copy and paste the joke. Right, there's certain words in the joke that the bot will respond to. And I forget which words I used. But I'm going to guess it's drummer. So like for instance, Coded said, it's a little distracted, which triggered the joke. Why are chemists great for solving problems? They have all the solutions. I don't know why that triggered the joke. Maybe word problems what triggered it? Yeah, drummer triggered it. Because you said problem, yeah. Problems is the word that triggered it, yeah. So I mean, certain words will trigger it. Sometimes it's an obvious what the word is. Drummer being an obvious choice. And if you want the other joke of the day that I taught, Aloha the bot. 1, turn on your notifications. But if you use the words hair or bunny, it will work. Hair, like the word like bunny that happens to be hair, not hair as in what I lack. Bunny, there you go. Karina the Wiener, aloha, welcome into the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Karina the Wiener's in the house. It is an honor to have you here, my friend. Welcome in. You already know me, so no need to introduce you. I'm trying to think who you may not know in chat. Karina, you may not know Love of Ami. Love of Ami is the significant other of a streamer that I really like. He does wonderful. He's got an amazing voice. I think my voice is garbage, but his voice actually sounds really nice, and I'll listen to him play any game because he's just a beautiful voice. Go check her out to check him out. We also like King of the Knobs. He is one of my moderators. He's a wonderful dude, and he will eventually start streaming. Everyone, Karina the Wiener is a wonderful human being. I know her from She's Not Controlling's chat. Check her out as well. Yeah, well, you know, no one likes the sound of their own voice, Toa, so I appreciate that you don't like the sound of your voice, but your voice is silky smooth. It is a beautiful voice. And also, Karina, I apologize that you tuned in. Of all the streams you could have tuned into, this is the one you tuned into. I mean, people may end up enjoying this. I just didn't have any Lego sets that I was particularly building this week that I currently have built. I've got a couple things that are in the hopper that are just kind of held off. And I needed some time to do some organization, so I said, let's do some organization on the stream, because some people might find this interesting. He can look confused all he wants. I mean, I think Karina, mahalo for the subscription. Now, I do want to stress, because I stress it every time someone contributes financially to my channel, I do not keep any money from this. It all goes to charity. You can find a list of my charities below. So greatly appreciated. Yes, thank you very much for that. You're one of my 3 subs right now. This is awesome. I'm doing this to grow as a leader and communicator. Yeah. So yeah, so right now we're just sorting through plate, and once I get through enough of these, I may say, okay, now let's put them in the actual bins. Because you may not see it, but over here, I've got a ton of bins like this that I store my Lego pieces in. It's a good time had by all. Hopefully able to make your streams a little more often. Nice. Oh, really? What's your new job, Karina? So yeah, so generally when you think about my schedule, Wednesday is always going to be my Lego night. I tend to alternate between a Lego physical build or Lego, something like this now, evidently, and playing a Lego video game. Friday nights tend to be my community theme night, so we'll play Among Us, we'll do Just Dance, I'll play a game with my son. And I know the games with my son really aren't things that the community is involved in, but they enjoy that more than anything else. Sunday nights tend to be my mature game at night. So right now we're playing Voodoo Vince. It's a game where you are a voodoo doll, and to hurt your enemies, you have to hurt yourself. Here's another one of that line, the TIE Interceptor TIE Fighter Pilot Death Star. So this is the one that goes with the Death Star all the way over there for the things. Kind of me to say about to donate the money. So not to humble brag, but I am slightly older than the average Twitch streamer. My wife and I are a little more financially secure than most. My wife is a doctor. Not that we're rolling in the money, but we are financially secure enough that I don't... If I want to buy a new Stream Deck, I buy a new Stream Deck. I don't buy a Stream Deck because I try to be very good about my budgeting. And I also... It sounds weird. I don't think a lot of people do this with their streams, but I think that a lot of the motivation for people to do the things that they do on stream is around how do I become a bigger streamer, right? Do I stream video game A versus video game B? Video game A is going to make me a bigger streamer potentially versus B. I don't want those to be part of the decisions I'm making. And also that's part of it is you become a bigger streamer, you get more donations, contributions, I mean. I just don't want this channel to be motivated by anything other than my growth as a leader and communicator. It's the best way to put it. You work in a theater in London. Very nice. What do you do in your theater in London, if you don't mind me asking? I know very little about it. If you said I work in a theater in London, I would guess, and please do not take this the wrong way, you're working in the concession stand, maybe working at the ticket booth. I just don't know what other jobs there would be. Maybe of course there's going to be the AV people who have to run all the equipment and stuff. I'm very ignorant about what other roles people would have at a theater. I'm assuming if it is live theater, there would be slightly more roles that go into the production aspect of it. You know, people queuing people, doing things like that. It's funny, my church puts on a massive play every year, and I play a beef eater in the church play, and so I mean, I'm in a play, I just don't know what half the people are doing. I'm like, I don't know why you're standing there. I hand you something, and that's all I know about what you do. You build scenery and operate the scenery. It's automated. Very nice. Yeah, we don't have a lot of scenery that we're building, just because it's been built, and we just reuse the same scenery year after year after year, because it's the same play we do every year. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Every now and then we have to do some repairs and some alterations and stuff, but for the most part, we're just putting on the same show every year. It's a good time. I enjoy it. People in the church tend to like it. People in the community like it. Now, this particular piece, I would not store this with plates, because I view this as a connector because it has the Technique pin on the end to go into a wheel. It's pretty good and fun. I would imagine it's good fun. I don't think many people get, and again, please don't take it the wrong way, I don't think a lot of people get into theater for the money. There are very few careers I feel that people don't get into for the money, right? Like, I don't think when I was talking about, and I just keep peeking, so I'm going to lower my mic a little bit. I have it up for when my son is talking, not for when I'm talking, so let me apologize, fix that. When I think about, like, jobs that I've had, there's very few jobs that I've had because I wanted to do that for a passion. Almost all my jobs have been for money. And I just do not imagine people going into the career of theater are going, hey, I'm going to do this because I'm going to make a ton of money, right? That was just not my impression. I know that there is money in theater. I know that people who do the theater can become rich. I recognize that I have a friend in town who does sets and stuff like that and teaches. He has like 5 or 6 jobs, but again, it's all theater related. So there is that. Yes. Parallel puzzle gym theaters is due to the skill and exactly. The harder it is to replace you, the more money they're going to give you. That is a rule of thumb across every career path you will ever do in your life. If they can replace you with someone cheaper, they will. They will. Unless, of course, you have a union. You start with a passion, exactly. Love went into music teaching because you love music, not because of money. What type of music do you teach, Love? I would love to know that, Ami. Instrumental music. So, like, classical? Acoustic? I mean, again, I'm showing my ignorance. Your instrument's violin, but you teach band instruments too. Okay, very cool. I had a cousin who played the violin, and she was quite good. She didn't like it because every time we get family together, they'd be like, all right, get out your violin, Alyssa. We got to show you off. Hopefully you've prepared a song. I'm not saying I didn't learn an instrument just because of that. I'm saying, yeah. All right. Toa, mahalo for the host. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We're being hosted by Toa of Pi, the person I was saying with the best voice on Twitch. Check him out. You won't go wrong. Where is it? We the theaters choose whether they are a part of it, but only goes so far. Yeah. We get most songs like Hot Cross Buns and Jingle Bells, but we do get a lot of popular songs as well. Excellent. Again, this is how musically inclined I am. I can picture Jingle Bells. I can picture that. I know that it's not, you're not painting a picture with music. I recognize that, but like I can be like, ding, 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 not singing more because I don't want to trigger DMCA. But Hot Crust Buns, I'm sitting here going, I may have to just really quick on my phone look up Hot Crust Buns and then get mad that I don't know this. Let's look it up. I probably will regret this decision. Hot Cross. Oh, look at that. It literally comes up before anything else. It's a nursery rhyme. Super simple kid songs. Okay. This seems very complex. I don't think this is the song. I don't think this is, I think that is something else. No. Coco Chameleon. Yeah, we got it. Cool. This, I don't think this is it either. This is probably the wrong way to do it. Yeah. I'm assuming I know it. I'm assuming I know it. I'm sure like if I was like listening to a kid on the recorder work their way through this, I'd be like, yes, I know that song. Just right now it's not ringing a bell. He's home now. It's not. Hot cross buns, 1 a penny, 2 a penny, hot. Hopefully that was not it, because that sounds even worse than what I was imagining. Is it similar to 3 blind mice? 3 blind mice. See how they run. Don't DMC me, eh? This is terrible singing. I'm really not getting it. 3 blind mice. Here, okay. We've got one. Oh, well, that worked. Well, you're a VIP. Oh, I have to watch an ad for Home Depot. Okay, here we go. Yeah, 3 blind mice. Yep, 3 blind mice, 100%. Okay, I was right. So maybe it's called Hot Crust Buns elsewhere, but I always knew it as 3 blind mice. See how they run. This is a brick. Get out of here, brick. But it's not how... Okay, it's got the beginning portion of 3 blind mice. It starts off like 3 blind mice. And that's it. Okay, so it's really... I heard the part that was 3 blind mice, and I jumped to a conclusion that it was the same song. Got it. Me being impatient. Not wanting to get DMCA to demonetize on my video for YouTube. Okay. I will listen to it later. And then I will be like, oh my god, how did I still not know the song? Because I can't think of any other song that sounds like 3 blind mice. Alright, I think we've gotten enough pieces that... we might want to start getting these into the right places. That's what we're going to do now. One, YouTube will demonetize over anything. Because people got to get their cash money, yo. Alright, there we go. We're going to slide these over here. Alright, cool. Let's see what bins we have. We're going to start with... this one. So okay, here's the reality of the situation. Does someone have the legal rights to that song? Right? Does someone have the legal rights to the song? And so, like, for instance, okay, my church, we simulcast our church services because of COVID, and we have, you know, elderly people who attend our church, and we'd rather them not have to come into a building and catch COVID. That's just nice, considerate things that we do. And with that, you know, we have to make sure that the music that we are playing in the sanctuary isn't owned by someone else. Or if it is someone else, that we have the rights to broadcast it. It's just the reality of it. We have a license for some music, but again, it goes into every week when we're picking out which hymns are going to be part of the thing. Is this something that we have the rights to broadcast on the internet? Is this something that we have the rights to put the lyrics in the video on the internet? I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying that's kind of the world we live in. People have intellectual property, and it's good to respect the intellectual property of others because you'd want them to respect your intellectual property. And I just realized I did this wrong. Who would own Mary Had a Little Lamb? Someone owns Mary Had a Little Lamb. Now, probably there's some things enter the public domain because it's been long enough. And that no one has the rights to that. And there's rules about it. And that's why, for instance, if you notice, and a lot of the rules are based around the person creating it being alive or dead, and then a period of time after that person is dead, that their estate is able to own it, right? Which is why what you see a lot of these days is George Lucas does not own the rights to Star Wars. Lucasfilm owns the rights because Lucasfilm will never die. Therefore, Star Wars will never enter the public domain. Hans Christian Andersen, the guy who wrote all of those wonderful nursery storybooks that Disney used to build their empire off of. That's all public domain information, right? But now the Cinderella, the Disney version of Cinderella is owned by the Walt Disney Corporation, therefore, which will never die. It will exist with them forever. While I could make my own Cinderella story, my Cinderella story cannot match the intellectual property of the Walt Disney Corporation. So, the question comes down to, does Mary Have a Little Lamb, is it public domain or not? That's really the question you have to come into. If it's public domain, then I can sing it all day long in every one of my streams. Now, some people are going to have recorded versions of those songs, and those recorded versions are going to have problems with it. Those are just the legal things you have to think about in this realm of sophistication. It's all about making sure that the people who created it get the credit they deserve. Stan Lee, perfect example. Stan Lee, all the people he made for Marvel, he doesn't own them. Marvel owns them. Marvel will never die, therefore no Spider-Man will never enter the public domain. And I think that that is something that you will see have to change with time. That's something we'll have to change just for the greater good of society. We can't have these things become owned in perpetuity by corporations. Especially, again, acknowledging that a lot of these corporations based their own growth on stuff that existed in the public domain, right? If Hans Christian Andersen's family was able to go back, the Brothers Grimm's was able to go back and say, Disney, you owe us money for The Little Mermaid, because that is our bleeping story. You owe us money for Frozen, because that is our story. Do you think they would have made Frozen? Do you think they would have made The Little Mermaid? Karina is telling us that Mary Had a Little Lamb is indeed in the public domain. I know you're arguing with me to be a pain, but I think it's still an interesting discussion. You can't play a sound recording in the United States, but you could sing it or read it. Again, I am creating it. I own the performance of it, but the intellectual property is a different story. No, I mean, to me, I'm always willing to, I like having conversations like this, because I do think it helps us to get a better understanding of the world that we live in. A newfound appreciation. All right. This doesn't go in there. Trying to think what else I have. These go in here as well. That is too long, so let's pop it there. All right, let's go back and start going through these ones. Let's get these ones divided into piles. These are my 1 wides. That's a 2, that's a 1. 3s. Here's some 2s. Here's a 2 and offset stud. Offset stud. That's a big one. Not as big. Not as big. Yeah, I think it's interesting to think about how do we protect the rights, but at the same time allow other people to tell those stories. I don't know the answer to that, honestly. I'm not a lawyer. Lawyers will have fun with that conversation. And I know, for me, I want to keep, at least from a Twitch broadcasting perspective, on as safe a side as humanly possible. Because I do not have the resources or the willpower to have a prolonged legal First Amendment debate with the Disney Corporation. Although, the reason I have my background music I have is because I believe the people who created it never copyrighted it. It's from a Volkswagen commercial in the mid-90s. I wrote to them and I said, I love this commercial that you have. Who did the music? Because I would love to buy their album. And they're like, it's an in-house production. Here you go. And now, here I am, 25 years later, playing it on my stream. Because it is just repetitive enough that it can go forever. And it never, and I don't keep it up loud enough for anyone to be like, oh wow, I've heard this verse or this beat sequence 100 times, Craw. Seriously, play something else. It's just loud enough that you're aware it exists. It's like a 10-minute song anyway. Just loops. Just loops. Alright, here we go. Some 2s. 1, 2 wide with an offset stud. That's an offset stud there. And then this is going to go there. It's funny, I've been watching, rewatching Battlestar Galactica lately. I don't know if anyone else is a fan of Battlestar Galactica television show. But I forget how good the music is in that show. I really forget how good it is, quite frequently. Just gives you appreciation for when a television show or something does it right. Which is why I'm expressing appreciation for them to have it. That's a slider, that's a slider. It's a 1 offset. 2s. There we go, that's a 4. It's a slider. An offset, a 2. 2, 2. Although those are translucent. I'm probably not going to want to have the translucents in here. Yeah, I keep translucent pieces in a separate bin for that. So we're going to put them over here knowing full well they're not going to be part of this merge that we're doing. All right. Now that we've done that, we can actually start getting these into the right categories. These are my 1x1 plates. There's a white one. There's a tan one. And here's a black one. I always debate if it's worth it to stack or if I should just have them loose. I always debate that. And I tend to err on the side of stacking them. Because I know it's an efficient space, it's more timely, but it's efficient use of the space. Boom, boom. I don't know. Anyone else who is a Lego sorter like me in the chat? There we go. Let's get those two pieces. I changed my green screen to this light blue screen and I'm not happy with it. I feel like it didn't get transparent enough here that I would have liked it to have. I'm probably going to switch it back to the green screen. Problem is this particular sheet was designed as a curtain, which means it hangs better. Whereas my green screen is not designed to be a curtain. Well, I mean, it is a curtain, but it's not designed to have grommets at the top and hold its place or anything like that. Alright, I don't have, oh, there we go. Then we're gonna put them in like that. There we go. That is wonderful. Now these are my offsets. Here's a white one. Again, I don't know if there's value in me stacking them or if it would just be easier to pour them all into this one pile. There's the brown. That's interesting because these one offset pieces really have two styles to them. Some have an underridge and some don't have an underridge. And I'm not caring enough to sort them out differently from that perspective. I have 3 of these gold ones. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Then we have a blue. And lastly, I need an orange, which I don't have. All right, back in you go. All right, what's next? Let's do 2s next. There we go. Now, the 2s, I could easily just kind of stack them on top of each other, but I feel like that makes it more brittle. So I generally like to do kind of a crossing pattern with them. Like this, right? So it's 2 2x1s next to each other. Again, the green screen's just screwing with it. But you can see it looks like it's a 2x2 plate, but it is not. That's off screen, I just realized. Making y'all look off screen with what I'm doing. Some high quality content right there. So yeah, we got some good streams coming up. Friday I'm going to have Sam in here, and we're going to be playing a puzzle game. I've had a couple of puzzle games that I was looking at, and I felt like would be a good game for him. And I can't think of them right now, unfortunately. There we go. There you go. I was thinking about Sea of Thieves with Sam, and I thought that would be fun. But there's some technology problems I have to overcome. One of which is that Sea of Thieves, believe it or not, you cannot play co-op on the same console. We have to be on separate consoles. Which means Sam and I would have to be on the Xbox and the PC. I'm not saying my PC isn't strong enough to handle Sea of Thieves. I just probably don't have the hard drive space for it, believe it or not. I have a very small hard drive. Aloha, Slane. How are you doing? Appreciate the lurk. Always good to have you. And ladies and gentlemen, check out Slane. He's a good dude overall. How was the messenger, by the way? Yeah, I know. It helps me as a streamer be able to, one, recognize if the person is a streamer, and two, give me a talking point. I wish I could just have it send me a message and say, like, hey, Slane was playing the messenger. Because that would make me look like I'm really on top of my act in terms of being like, wow, Kral knows I played the messenger most recently. The little bits that I've seen speedrun didn't help at all. So what exactly is the messenger? I'm not familiar with it. I know you're trying to just lurk and run, but I'm going to ask questions because that's how I roll. I think of, and it's probably wrong, there's this game, I think it's called The Witness. That's like this insane puzzle game where you're on an island. And that's the game I think of when I think of the messenger. Are you familiar with Metroidvania genre? I'm familiar with Metroid. I'm familiar with Castlevania. I didn't know that there was a crossover between the two, if that is what you're alluding to. Mahalo for being here, Karina. Yes, I look forward to seeing you in future streams, particularly She's Not Controlling. I recognize it is super late for you, so I never will be like, oh my god, you missed my stream. Awkward. But I look forward to seeing you in more streams soon. Thank you so much for being here. Mahalo for being here. Always good to see you. Oh my god. That literally, I described it perfectly. If you Castlevania, Metroid had a baby, this is Metroidvania. You're a time-traveling ninja. That always sounds like it's a fun combination of things to do. How is being a time-traveling ninja any different than Assassin's Creed? Not trying to burst the bubble. I'm just being legitimately curious. Alright, and now I can put these in here. And this is the real value of stacking them up. Is you can then, if I really wanted to be organized with them, I could stack them all and try to fit them all in one square, but I'm not going to do that. Magic versus technology? Okay, I get behind that. I support that. Alright, we did our 2s. Now we're going to do 4s. Get these 4 ones out. Yeah, tonight all we're doing is we are sorting and organizing Lego bricks. Because this will help me when I'm trying to restore sets, being able to find the pieces that I'm missing, as opposed to being like, well, let's just order all the pieces I'm missing off a brick leak and call it a day. Because if I'm taking that approach, why am I collecting these? Why am I keeping them? Why even have them if all I'm going to do is order off of Bricklink? And I debated because there's a project that I've been dying to start working on with Lego. And I was thinking I would actually start kind of trying to plan it out today, but I know me. Once I start planning it out, I'm going to start putting together order lists on Bricklink, and then I'm going to want to order them. And I don't have the capacity to be taking on that project in Lego form just yet. I want to really finish up my Lego Winter Village before I really dive into another big Lego project. And I know I'm never going to be finished with that Lego Winter Village, but I want to get it at least into the shape where I can say, cool, I'm putting it away for the winter, and there isn't much I really have to work on until next Christmas season. That's the goal. And I feel like once I've built all the base plates for it, then it will be there. Then it will be ready for me to start like, okay, cool. Let's start thinking about what is our next big project. But I also have to build the table. Stuff. Good problems to have, as my dad would say. There we go. Oh, we can put that in there. These are the next two. There, come on. There it goes. Come on. Or not. I was really hoping it would all fit. There we go. It's kind of like when you're buying more video games, right? Do you really want to buy more video games now? Or do you think, maybe I should wait? Maybe I should wait a little bit. Okay, what are these? These are cool. There we go. There we go. And then that's going to go onto there as well. Okay. Two can go together. Alright, that's good enough. These are 8 wides and 6 wides. Come on, there it goes. Come on. There we go. It's good to get the pieces into place. So now these are longer, and they're going to go into this compartment here. Again, just a good idea to try to get as many of them connected as possible. Like I got how many of these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of those. There it goes. Okay. Probably could get rid of this bottom one. It's chewed up pretty bad from something. But I'm not. This is a 2, so I want it out of there because I want to, again, if I'm looking for a 2, it's going to be somewhere else. Always love getting texts. Always good to see what my text is. My daughter looking pretty drunk. I'll look at it later. Alright, I don't think... Oh wait, this was a 1x4. Ooh. There it goes. Okay, that's good. I think that is it. Let's see what other pieces I have in here. So I have 2x3s and the 2x4s are in here. And 2x2s. Okay, cool. And then my 2x2 circles as well. Alright, so let's go get those. These, where do these ones go? Which box do these belong in? I believe it is this one. Or I might not even have it in a box yet. No, I do not believe I do. I'm going to put these with the grips. I don't know if that's the right place for them, but that's where I'm going to put them. I'm going to put them with the grips. So let's put the lid back on this. Oh, wait. Well, let's wait until we do our ones that actually get fit into there. Alright. Now these are Technique beams. They have holes in the middle. So I'm going to put those to the side because those are different beasts. Two, three, 4. I generally put those with Technique beams. Alright, that's going to be on that side of that. And again, you can organize your Lego however you see fit. The key is that you are putting them in ways that are easy for you to find them when you need the piece. Right? If you want to look for those with your rest of your plates, put them with the rest of your plates. Ignore what I do. You have to think how you would think. For me, one of the reasons I keep them separate is space. I realized I was out of frame. That's one of the reasons I keep them separate, is space. Anything I can do that can help make some of these a little easier, I will. 6s there, 4s. There we go, some more 2s. Lots of brown 2s. By 2s. It's always a good sign in my mind. I'll put these on top. That also tells me that they have some sets where they've got a lot of that color. But I mean, so a lot of my collection comes from other people's collections, i.e., a good portion of my collection came from my boss's boss. His kids went off to college and he wanted to get rid of all of his kid stuff. So, you know, you're talking about 2 boys, many years worth of collecting. It's a pretty good haul. I've done other hauls that were pretty good too. A lot of the stuff, though, I just end up giving to the kids. I'll go through and try to see what are the pieces that I want to keep for myself, for my collection. Because I want the kids to have plenty of options when they're building stuff, when they can build with, right? And then that is my spinning piece. There we go. Okay, okay. Now this is going to go into that one as well. Where did those go? Let's just put those up here. Sorry, I'm building off of screen. As you can see, my screen is filled up with, let's get 2x3, 2x2s. So let's here, these up. 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 There you go. Okay, cool. Now that we've done that, we can get to pieces that we need. Let's start with our 2x2s. Now I know some people who would not ever want to stack the browns, and that's because brown is one of those colors that for some reason, and I'm sure there are internet theories that will tell you about that, they're very brittle. So as the brown pieces age, it's not like wine where it gets better. They become more brittle when you try to take apart brown pieces, particularly ones that have been stuck fairly aggressively onto other pieces. You tend to lose your brown piece. It's one of those things where you don't believe everything you read on the internet, but this has happened to me many times where I've lost a brown piece to the brittle. Oh, that's the wrong color. There it goes. There we go. That's nice. Now this is going to be too tall by 1. Okay. Let's see how tall this one can be. Again, this is as tall as it will fit within. Which is always good too. Alright. There we go. Next we're going to do the 2x3s. See how many 2x3s we have. I've thought about an interesting way that you could try to put these 2x3s together in a way, other than stacking them straight on top of each other, and it never feels as efficient. Oh. It never feels like it actually does something. And to me, that's the only reason you'd want to stack them anything different than on top of each other. Like, it buys you space. It allows you to take the pieces apart more easily. At least that's how I view it. Again, you do you. I know people who would never put them in these type of containers. Instead, would put them in something else. But you have to do for your collection what makes most sense for you. There we go. Oh yeah. Green. Have some red. Have some white. There you go. And now I know I've got a ton more pieces that I still have to go through. I just wanted to get these mostly in their places. Because it does me no good to spend 2 hours sorting these pieces into blocks and then have to just put them all back in the bin because I've run out of time. Alright, okay. Let's see, how many does that fit in there? There it goes. Let's go one shorter. Okay. Nice. All right, now we're going to move on to the 2x4s. There we go. It's going together nicely. All right, cool. So that's the full size. Got the green, some red and yellow. Ooh, a dark blue, an orange. That's nice. The dark brown, always good to have that. This is not a match, but this black is. Oh, look, even more black. All right. So we can put those two together. There we go. Those two are next. And that one as well. Good again to get these in as many places as possible. There we go. Lastly, we need to do these circles, 2x2s. Then I think that's it for this particular drawer. Again, this is what's time consuming about Lego as a collection, right? But the time invested today to do this will hopefully save money down the road in terms of not buying as many pieces that I don't need, being able to find the piece when I'm looking for it, and that goes in there as well. Yep, I believe that is it for these ones. Yeah, so let's put the lid back on. And let's move to our next box. All right, one box down. What's our next one look like? I'd probably put it like this. Or, oh, this is even smarter. Look at this. I'll put it off the edge of the screen over here. I'm getting smarter every day. All right, what do we have here? These are 6x6s. These are my 6x2s. There we go. And this is the height. I mean, this could be shorter if I decided to, you know, do it like 3 across, but oof, 1 off. There we go. Those two are going to go very nicely together. Next is going to be this light. Let's keep one of these out just so I can stack it up Make sure I'm not going above it. Nope. White. There we go, there we go, there we go. Voila. Okay, what's next in here? We have these 8s. 2x8s. Oh, wait a minute. There were a bunch of other colors. And the 2x6s. I didn't even see them. So there we go. Here's some whites. Does that make it too tall? Nope, I think that'll be fine. Let's double check. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, cool. Barely is fine. Slide you over there. I'm gonna take off that last one just because, again, I don't want to be hamstrung that that piece has to be in there. All right. This is the nice thing about the brick separator, is if you need to get two pieces like this who are stuck together, you just put them on the edge like that and then crack it like you would a. And because this is particularly long, we're gonna need a couple of them. So this is a 6x6 pull, ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready for this? I'm ready for this. It's a 6-piece brick separator pull. That did nothing. There. All those brick separators did nothing. They didn't separate anything. There we go. And then we put that back on there, and that will fit into that last one at the appropriate height. Okay. And then the rest of these can fit quite nicely into this spare one. Oof. Let's pull these out, because these are our 2x8s. Now it's fitting in there quite snugly. See, this one fits in. Okay. Let's start putting these together to see what our next big one is. Okay. This is coming together quite nicely. I'm starting to get that working hard for your money muscle pull from doing too many Lego brick connecting. Carpal tunnel. There we go. This is a 6, which goes into that one. Okay. There's a 6. Okay. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Next is this one, which is a little longer. That's going to fit there. That's the right length. Alright, what do we have here? We have... There we go. Okay. Perfect. Now this is bigger, so it's going to want to go over to that one. Also over to that one. And then we can put that in there. Just fits in there so perfectly. There we go. All right, now this is going to fit into here with the rest of its brethren of 6x8, 4x8. I don't have a lot of those hanging out. Because 4x8 and 4x4s are great for, and I don't want to put these in because they're great for Mills plates. So I generally don't filter those in because I'm always building Mills plates, and so they're great for that. I'm going to keep those aside. 4x6s in theory also will work great for Mills, but I do in 4x4s and 4x8s. 4x8 being too wide of the 4x6. There we go. All right, now these are going to go up into this. These 4x4s, let's put them right in there. Okay. Okay. Now let's take that box is set. Put it there. Let's get the next one. Now this is a spinning piece, which is going to go into there. These are techniques, which don't go in yet. This is a unique piece, which is going to go into that folder. Here are some circles. All right, so this is, yeah, these are my 4 ones. Let's organize these into sides. It's 4, 3, 3, 3, 4. Those are wings. So 4, 3. Okay. So these 4 are all gonna go together. That's gonna be nice. Let's put those right in there. There we go. That fits in quite nicely. Here are my 3s over here. Alright, what do we have? What do we have left? Alright, these are my 3x3s. Alright, so that's going to be wings. This is going to be my double-sided wings, or my trapezoid pieces. This is going to go in here with these. Whew. Again, these pieces are rare-ish pieces. I feel like I want to get these out of here and move those into a different box. What are these, by the way? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. You're going to share with those. Alright, so let's see, what do we have? I feel like those can go into there. This is going to be... Let's pull these all out. So we can get them to the same sizes at least. There you go. So that's the key. I want to get them into the same size bins at least. That's going to make it easier to find matching pairs, you know what I mean? Your matching pair, I mean, I don't know how often you do or do not have a matching pair. But I at least want to have them in the same bin. There we go. These will go into here. That's one of the reasons I wanted to move them out, so I can continue to take that approach. Of these at least being in the same size bins. I don't feel the need to organize those just perfectly yet. Don't feel the need just yet. I want to get this out of there too. Alright, so this is going to be 4s versus 3s. 4, 3, 3, 3, 3, 4s, 4s, 3s. This is a 3x3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 3. Okay, cool. So these will be my 4s. I think once the bin gets full, then there's an advantage to trying to stack them. But right now there isn't. We can take these, and they don't fit. They kind of fit in that. These don't really fit in anything. Here's what I can do. Are you kidding me? Let's see, will they fit in this one? They fit in that one. Congratulations. You're getting moved, so you can fit in one. And we're going to put you over here, because why not? All right. Now let's go back to this last one because I had some gaps in here that I'm going to put these pieces into. So if you remember, I had those, and these can now go together. This is my 3s, which I'm going to put in here. And these I'm going to put in this because it's the same concept, right? So this is basically a tile with studs on one portion. It's the same with those, same concept. They're not the same size, but it's the same concept. What are these? Are these what I think they are? They are. They're Technique plates. Okay. Voila. All right. Ooh, a 2s. I didn't even see those. Do I have room for the 2s over here? No, but I have room for it here in the 3s. Alright, cool. Put those down. And let's get the studs into here, into this last one. Let's take out the translucent studs, because again, I keep my translucent pieces in a different place. All right, cool. All right, now these 4 are done for now. But we still have to get these other pieces that were kind of mixed into the right place. Let's see, what do we have? The next one down is going to be our bricks. No, those are going to be bricks. So I have this. What is this shelf? Minifigures and minifigures. Lego Dimensions. And my translucents are under my Lego Dimensions. Alright, let's go. Alright, these are translucents. 2x1 plates. That's what those are. Cool. Translucent studs. Alright, now we can put those back. I mean, I understand why I put the translucent pieces underneath the Lego Dimensions, because Lego Dimensions has a lot of translucent pieces in the little stands. Alright. There we go. You know, I'm just going to get, so that they're not right here underneath my foot, I'm going to get these ones that I've already finished. I'll just get them up onto the right shelf at least, too. All right. Let's find out what the next shelf is. Next shelf down is Technique shelf. These are Technique pins and connectors. Technique bricks. This is Technique pushers, right? So this is the kind of a connecting piece. More connecting. So obviously that first one that was Technique bricks is where this is going to go. If it goes in here, I may end up having to put them back if I don't have room in here for them. Well, I've got one spot there. So this is where we will put our Technique plates. Maybe at some point when I was doing this earlier, I said, you know what? I don't have room for it with my Technique bricks, we'll put them with plates. Okay. There those go. That is all set. Yeah. All right, it is now 8:30. I'm debating if I want to do another little handful or so of from our bin of things that need to get sorted. I'm debating that. I don't feel like I want to do that. I don't. I feel like I cleaned off the desk. It's nice and clean. We'll do a handful at a time. That's what we'll do. We'll do a handful at a time. So I want to give you 2 hours of entertainment. Like, that feels important to me. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, cool. Tile. Tile. Technique. Twos. Rail. Where did my connector one go? There. Although probably that would be the best use of my time getting the connector pieces. That's what we'll do after we do these. We'll get the connectors into the right places. Again, there's value to that. Connector, tile, a 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, tile, L bracket, and 1 wides. There we go. Okay. All right, let's start with the first one. All right, so these were our 6 with 6s. What was this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's hold those out over there. Okay, that's going to go into that box there. And I think that is it for this one. Oh wait, no, this is... There we go. It's going to go right in there. This is a 6. 2 by 6. Okay. All right. That one is all set. All right. There we go. We got our 1. That will clear that one, and I'll just put that one there. There. There we go, that's nice. 2 by 2 is going to come over here. 2 by 1, I mean. This is a 3 by 1, which... All right. There we go. There we go. That's going to be longer. This is my rail slide. And then you come over in here. a bending piece. Oops. All right. There we go. There's nothing goes on into this one. It all is going to go into this one. These are my 4s. It's going to go into that one. That actually went into that last one that I already closed and put away. There you go. And then my Technique bricks. Where's the other one? There's that one. Okay. All right, now let us do the connecting blocks. That should take us to 9 o'clock. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think the green screen adds anything to this. Next time I'm probably just gonna use my normal Lego screen. And then do like an announcement in the corner. Where was that? That is Technique. Which is here. And then this was Techniques. Yeah, so next time I do a sorting screen, we're just going to do the normal background. I don't think the green screen's working for me. I really want the green screen to work. What it is I need to get a green screen of this material, which is a really good material, just to be green. So it's not so, it gets the transparency that it needs. All right. Things that I do. Things that we do. All right, here we go. What is this one gonna go? It's funny because I've put these in a pile so they at least match where they're going to go, you know what I mean? Oof, this one goes in here, and this one is the one that goes in here. Where are you? I only had 2 other ones of that piece, but it has its own bin. Okay. There we go. There we go. All right, so that are all going to go in with use. And all about making sure that you have your pieces in groups so that you can find them. So if you can't find them, what's the point of organizing them? And then that is going to go into there. Now these go together, believe it or not.
where are those gonna go? It's gonna go in there. Well, so this is a grip. Okay. This is a 4. I don't think I have any 4s. Let's put it in there. I don't see that going anywhere else. That's got to go there. Okay. You go with that. You duck bills up over there. Okay, this is a 2 with a hook grab. 2 with a dimple. All right. This is, there we go. That's a flat, 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 flat. And those are the other way. This actually went quicker than I thought it would go. There we go. All right. So we organized everything. I probably could have gone for another 5 minutes, 10 minutes, pulling it out. I don't know. We'll see. But it gave me a good idea of how long, what I can sort in a 2-hour window, right? So that's the thing. You don't want to sort, and then not have time to put them into the bins, because that's half the battle. It's half the battle. And I think from an education for the viewing audience standpoint, me just sorting them, there's very little value there. But me putting them in the bins, and you can see the logic behind it, there's some value there. So yeah, so we're not building a specific Lego project. This is what we'll do on our Lego building nights. Just trying to get my world a little more organized. I don't like this scene for this, that's for sure, because I don't like the green screen. I've spent so much energy trying to get this good green screen working. It's not doing it for me. All right, we got some good streams coming up for you guys soon. This Friday, of course, is going to be me and Sam playing video games, so I highly recommend you guys check out that stream. That's going to be this Friday. I'm taking this Sunday off. It is my 11th wedding anniversary, so I'll be doing something with my wife. Probably going to head up to Vermont and go to some nice fancy restaurants and stuff. She's planning it. Not saying that I'm not in charge of planning it. I just haven't been thought about that. The next Wednesday, we'll be back here to play some more Lego Bionicle Heroes, and then the Friday after that, Among Us. Then we'll be back for Voodoo Events. More of this, most likely. Yeah, it goes on. I have it cycled out pretty far. I've cycled out through November 3rd. There will be no stream on November 5th. I'll tell you that right now. No stream on November 5th. We call that right now. All right, let us find someone to raid. I know I didn't go 2 full hours, but you know what? Chat's kind of dead. Don't blame you guys. I think it was interesting. I think it was fun, but don't blame you guys. Let's find someone to raid. Live. I mean, I'm gonna throw out there, if you're in the chat and you want me to raid a specific person, let me know. Otherwise, I have an idea of who I want to raid. Because I saw her go live while I'm live. And I never get to raid her. I never, ever, ever get to raid this person. One of the sweetest people. I promote her on Instagram quite frequently because she is such a wonderful human being. She's currently playing Fortnite with friends. She's an awesome, positive person. Always out promoting her friends, the people that she cares about. We're talking about Steph Dancer. You see her in my chat quite frequently. She will be at Among Us on the 15th. So a week from Friday, she'll be playing Among Us with us. She's a British streamer. She says When she calls you my lovely, that just makes you feel like $1,000,000. So when we get there, I have no specific raid call, raid message. All I ask is that you spread the aloha spirit. Mahalo for being here. Mahalo for being a part of my growth as a leader and communicator. I look forward to seeing you guys on Friday. That'll be fun. Lots of fun. Let's raid.